Hello, everyone. So my name is Lindsay Potter, and the client that I chose was Golden Voice, which is a music promoting company, and then more specifically, their event Coachella Music and Arts Festival. So Golden Voice is owned by a parent company, Anschutz Entertainment Group, which is a promoting company that promotes and owns Coachella, but also Tyler the Creator's Camp Flogna Carnival, Panorama, and Country Music Festival Stagecoach. And all of these are music festivals held within the United States. So here's some background on Coachella. So Coachella is a two-weekend event that is held in the desert of California where artists of all genres perform for crowds of hundreds of thousands. Los Angeles Times writer describes it as two weekends of drinking, pool parties, and all-night raves in the desert that many American parents want their kids to avoid. General admission for one weekend is usually priced at 429 USD, which usually which only includes admission. Parking, shuttling, food and beverages, and accommodations all have a different price tag. Because of this, it is often referred to as a rich kid's retreat. So the first Coachella was actually took place on October 9th, 1999, and it consisted mainly of rock music. In time, more and more musical genres were incorporated to include pop, hip hop, and electronic dance music into the lineup. More recently, the festival is held in April, where the average high temperature in this California desert is 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees in Celsius. But this doesn't stop people from coming from all over the country and world to attend. So more recently, Coachella has become a social media phenomenon with performances trending on all platforms. The prime example of this is Beyonce's performance in 2018. This performance was later dubbed as Baychella, and her performance actually has an entire Netflix special on it. This is a prime example of music critics critiquing the festival and artists for putting on performances and sets only for social media attention rather than focusing on the music and those who are attending. Because it gets so much attention, the weekends of Coachella, Twitter and Instagram are packed with people showing off that they attended this event. Celebrities from all forms of entertainment attend the festival as well. Part of the social media spamming is just to show off the outfits that people are wearing. Um, Coachella has created its own festival style that attendees plan months out in advance for. Celebrities go all out for their outfits and are, of course, judged soon after. Um, YouTubers take advantage of this post and make videos and channels solely to rank or make fun of these outfits. Continuing on this topic, a lot of outfits that people wear to this event are actually very much criticized for cultural appropriation, including bindis that people wear or headdresses. So, Coachella does have a long list of things you cannot do or bring into the festival, but there is no a set dress code. So moving forward at the festival, since it is a nonstop party, people are notorious for coming back home sick. They get very little sleep while they're there, they eat poorly, they get dehydrated because they're in the middle of the desert, and the desert sand gets blown into their lungs constantly. That's why people have to wear masks and face coverings, like in this picture. So this creates a sort of breeding ground for illness. There are large reports in the recent years of outbreaks of herpes and bronchitis after the event. Coachella is also criticized for being more and more commercialized every year rather than just being about the music. Only those who can afford it can get in, and that's only the ticket price. Vendors are solely controlled by Coachella, so they are priced very high as well. And since rules state you can't bring in outside food and water, that's the only place that you can get your food. So it's not necessarily about people going there to enjoy music, it's just who can attend. So going into Golden Voice, Gary Tovar is the founder of Golden Voice and owner. He got into the business by promoting punk shows in the 80s. Golden Voice promotes all sorts of concerts and festivals in California. Tovar also started Tovar was arrested in 1991 for selling marijuana, and he was arrested for federal drug charges. The company is also said to be named after a strain of marijuana that gives users the feeling of being spoken to by angels. So, getting into Golden Voice's parent company, AAG, Philip Anschutz is the owner and founder of this company. He is one of the richest people in America with an estimated fortune of over $10 billion. His entertainment company, AEG, is the world's largest owner of sports teams and venues, including the Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Kings, the Staples Center, and O2 Arena. In addition, Anschutz owns the Weekly Standard, the Washington Examiner, and Regal Cinemas. He's also one of the largest landowners in the country. In 2016, the Washington Post published an article called "Here Are the Enemies of Equality for LGBT Americans." It consisted of American businessmen and women who were found to be donating to foundations and contributing to anti-LGBT efforts. Those foundations include Alliance Defending Freedom, Liberty Counsel, Family Research Council, Focus on the Family, and National Christian Charitable Foundation. And he is seen here on this chart that they published as well. So research found that the Anschutz Foundation gave $110,000 to Alliance Defending the Freedom between 2011 and 2013, $50,000 to National Christian Foundation between 2011 and 13, and $30,000 to Family Research Council between 2010 and 2013. The Family Research Council is a self-described pro-life and pro-marriage organization that pushes proudly transphobic misinformation, according to the Daily Beast. Anschutz ever gave to the following was to the Rolling Stones, and the statement follows. The statement reads, recent claims published in the media that I am anti-LGBTQ are nothing more than fake news. It is all garbage. I unequivocally support the rights of all people without regard to sexual orientation. We are fortunate to employ a wealth of diverse individuals throughout our family of companies, all of whom are important to us. The only criteria on which they are judged is the quality of their job performance. We do not tolerate discrimination in any form. Both the Anschutz Foundation and I contribute to numerous organizations that pursue a wide range of causes. Neither I nor the Foundation fund any organization with the purpose or expectation that would finance anti-LGBTQ initiatives. And when it has come to my attention or the attention of the Anschutz Foundation that certain organizations, either the Foundation or I have funded, have been supporting such causes, we have immediately ceased all contributions to such groups. That was the only statement anyone gave on the matter. This finding sparked a hashtag on social media platforms to boycott Coachella or Nochella. Articles were written on the controversy, including the headline, "Your Coachella money is going to a right-wing billionaire." The most prominent celebrity to boycott Coachella is Cara Delevingne, a model and actress. Though this boycott did not seem effective, as crowds of over 100,000 still attended the festival each day in following years. This has yet to stop openly LGBTQ artists from performing at the festival as well, including Jaden Smith, Blood Orange, Christine and the Queens, and King Princess. Since AEG and Golden Voice are one of the largest entertainment promoters in Southern California, speaking out against them could mean losing performance opportunities. So before getting into the crisis, let's go over the SWOT analysis. So strengths of Coachella are the diverse amount of music that they promote, that it is a whole experience. It's not just music. It's going there, either camping or living in the houses nearby to attend, and the parties that go on before and after Coachella. And it also reaches a wide audience, not only the hundreds of thousands of people who attend, but the social media outreach as well. Weaknesses include cultural appropriation, anti-LGBTQ foundation ties, and then the location as well, since it is in the middle of the desert. Some opportunities that Coachella holds is a large crowd, since there are so many people that attend and watch, new artists that they can promote, new genres of music, and then the social media influence, because it reaches such a large people that they can really share their message. And some threats that they face are weather, artist cancellation, and protests for some of the foundation's ties. And so let's get into the crisis. So for the possible crisis, I chose something slightly different than the company's previous crisi crisis they faced. I chose a water shortage. So if the festival happened on one of the hottest weekends in April in the middle of a heat wave. Coachella rules state that food and drink are not allowed to be brought into the venue, making Coachella vendors, the only source for water within the event. The festival does not allow it does allow attendees to bring in empty reusable water bottles to be filled at water stations. The large crowds would be crowding the water stations and waiting hours in line to get as much water as they can during these hot times. At the end of the first day, organizers realized that water supply that was supposed to last an entire weekend is gone in just one day. So here, the little red dot is where Coachella takes place. So California, where the festival takes place, has been in a drought since 2000. There are very little sources in Southern California, where Coachella is, meaning that the supply is usually transported through aqueducts from the northern part of the state. Water is also already a controversy within festivals, as whether it should be free or continue to be commercialized. Channel Signal ranks Coachella second in the worst festivals for water availability, writing that the lack of water stations and water fountains means long lines and has caused tensions at the festival. This water shortage can result in many things, including dehydration, increased blood pressure, mob mentality, leaving the festival early, demanding refunds, tarnishing the festival's reputation, and of course, cancellation. There's little precedent for what to do in this crisis, as this has yet to happen at other festivals other than the notorious Fire Festival, which had no power, performers, water, or food whatsoever, and stranded people in the middle of the Bahamas. The response to this was just sending people home and ultimately resulted in the families actually having to serve jail time. So in Coachella's case, gates open at 11 a.m. every day and close around 1 a.m., leaving just 10 hours to find water for the next day. Some possible responses could be event organizers reaching out to the Coachella Valley Water District and asking for more water from the aquifer. And then also during that time, reaching out to bottled water companies and asking for express shipping. The SWOT analysis for this, some strengths that the company, Coachella has, is its network. Since it's been in the same valley since 1999, they have a lot of connections and people that they can reach out to, as well as money being a strength as well. They're making a lot of money and hosted by two of the largest promoters in America and California, so they would have the sources to get that water. Weaknesses, there is only one aquifer in Coachella to get drinking water, and 10 hours is a very short time period to get more water for 2 whole days, especially during a heat wave. Opportunities, it could result in more water partnerships, so this never happens again, and it could also show that they care about the safety of their attendees. If it results in canceling the festival, it could really show that they would rather take care of everyone rather than put people in harm's way and continue the festival. Some threats include illness, cancellation of the festival, and reputation being tarnished, since they wouldn't be prepared to host that many people given that the weather circumstances. And then here are my references. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you in class. Thank you.